One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Mike, set, 180. 59. It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the 39, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Stafford looks to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Here comes Erickson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's complete. Bernard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. To throw again, Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Set, get a 20! Coming this way, here we go. 53, ready! Check safety, check safety!
On first down, Stafford here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let him know, let him know.
Here's Stanford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
5-0. Check, 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 check. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Hurry up, get set.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton, and that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 57 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for it now.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 56 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the red zone now, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To Johnson again. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Blue 60.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He'll let this go end zone for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola, and that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Andy Dalton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. So Dalton now looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Stafford now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 78 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! I'm coming after you.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Now this throw caught left side. The 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, 75 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green. Long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check 52 the money. Bravo. 2's the money. You can't block me. You can't block me. Drill right, 22. Stay 50, stay 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
That's the way you make the speed.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
93, 52, 93.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Set, 280. 57. We own it. We own it.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Geno Atkins giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Zebra.
59, check, 59. Yo.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And caught right side, Green. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure it out.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Bullock good on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Geno Atkins, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Erickson now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with his his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Dalton. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. 21.
Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Slay. Back.
And middle. Monday.
Mike 5'9". Watch the out.
Stafford now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Boom! Big hit all day. Sack City, baby.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, I'm coming.
Here's a give to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 24. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Check, 59. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
First throw in overtime for Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check. Lucky. Hey.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Lions on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is third and 14. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
First down, Lions.
Set. 260. Hurry.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On first and 10, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Third down.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And that changes everything here in OT.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Time now for Dalton's turn here in the extra session. And Green with a catch left side. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Andy Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Dalton, he's going to, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's James. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the 50, Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
32.
57 to Mike. 57.
They snap it to Stafford. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield here, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
To throw here, Dalton. He sets to fire. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the toss, Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.